welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Little something different here today, man. We got SonReal, Canadian cat, man. The track's called All Things Aside. A big fan of this guy back in the day, and to be honest, man, I haven't listened to too much any kind of hip hop outside of the UK, man, for a very long time. And he's been popping into my recommendations, and I've been lucky. It seems like every day he's putting out a new video, man. And so it's piqued my interest, and I thought I would check it out with you cats. You know, I'm deep into the UK stuff, man, and I know you appreciate what I do for you. And hopefully you're here checking out what's happening on my side of the pond. So without further ado, man, let's jump in. See what he's got for us.
Everything comes full circle. Yeah, I'm right back in this room alone with those goosebumps and my pen working, but it's all worth it. Yeah, it's full oval. I shouldn't say circle, nothing's perfect, but I'm getting closer to the summit of it, so I stay hopeful. Hey, keep it soulful. Having visions of my father strumming folk shit. I was mesmerized by the way the notes went. The country and I'm always sound the coldest. 39th Ave, I wrote my first song.
Hey, man, the feeling of this song is hitting home to me. Loving the black and white, the choice to shoot this in black and white, that female vocal in the background. One of the things I've always liked about SonReal, man, is his well, for one thing, he's a funny dude, man. A lot of his music, I listened to a lot of his music when I was having some down days, man. He always made me smile. But he also has a way of getting deep in his shit, but doing it in a way too that will kind of, it's like a really good comedian, right? You think about Dave Chappelle, he will tell a story that's 20 minutes long, and then he'll turn that, he'll flip that on his head, man, and deliver that punchline. And I always kind of feel that way with SonReal. For me, was he would just kind of take me down some roads, and then he would come up with a joke and never fail to make me smile. And he has a really good singing voice. He delivers that with this like the silkiness, right? This buttery smooth type of flow in and out of rapping and singing. And I've always appreciated that about him too, man. So I'm really feeling what he's doing here. It's a little bit of a laid back style. This kind of feels like you're having a conversation, right? Like you're walking through this field with him, and he's just kind of just laying some stuff out on the line, man, and putting it out there, letting you know how he's feeling. And I don't know, it's hitting home for me. I'm digging this. And that nothing perfect bar, man, is just, ain't that shit the truth? Ain't that the truth, man? Talking to you about watching his dad strum the guitar, and as a parent myself, sometimes you have to remind yourself, man, that your kids are always watching. Man. And you have to be their first role model. You got to be that cat. You know, you got to teach them what the world is like. You got to be honest with them, but you got to also let her know that you're there for her, right? And you got to teach your son the things he needs to learn. But they're always watching you, man. And I mean, this is SonReal's talking about, watching his dad play a guitar, and you know, that was probably this thing that's what sparked his creativity, sparked his love for music, right? I'm fucking rambling. I apologize. If you're new to the channel, you're probably thinking, will this fucking old guy shut up? All right, man, let's go.
Nothing's perfect, but I'm getting closer to the summit of it, so I stay hopeful. Hey, keep it soulful. Having visions of my father strumming folk shit. I was mesmerized by the way the notes went. The country and I'm always sound the coldest. 39th Ave, I wrote my first song. My childhood never let me slow down. Cause in a home where shit hits the fan, music was my safe place where shit would go down. Basketball hoop without a net, still feel the swish when it leave my wrist. Imagination made me into this. I could have been a carpenter, banging sticks. I thought I had it all when I made a grip. I never had money, so that shit was lit. And this music stuff was everything I had. I never had a lot until I had my kids. Millie Maeve got 2 girls and a boy that's twins plus 1. If the shit straight flopping, nobody give a fuck, and I got them with me, then I already won. We can't change what's already done. I complain about low sleep, but the same guy I looked up to back in high school just OD. So God willing, I'ma live fast, cause I'm too vain to get.
Hey man, I gotta bring this back some. This, like, what did I say, man? His ability to just to seamlessly go into the singing thing, man, is, I always dug that shit. And that bar about music being like the place he went when shit would go down, and being raised in a house when shit would go down, man, and know what that's like, and that, still 50 years old and still thinking of those things every so often. That fucking darkness comes back into the brain, and you know, seeing shit that no kid should see, and fucking hiding under the bed, and man, like, there's all kinds of, and there's places you go, right? I mean, writing was what it is for me. I would write and I would draw. That was my creativity back then. And that's where I would go to disappear. And my writing would used to get in trouble at school because my writing was very dark. I got those demons out on the page, man. And that's why a lot of these artists, man, have the demons, and this is where they get it. They put that down on the, it's the only way they can get those demons out is by writing them down, man. And it goes back to when he gets to the end of the, where I paused it here, talking about that the kid that he used to look up to, man, ODing. I tell that to my youngest daughter, who's still in high school, man. I tell her all the time is, you know, I was that kid in high school that was looking up to these cats, and, you know, feeling like, you know, they were kings of the world, and nothing would ever, I could never compare to them. And it was all, you know, they had everything going for them. All the, you know, all the girls wanted to sleep with them. All the guys wanted to be them. You know, you find out down the line that all these people are just people, man. And some of them end up ODing. Some of them end up working at a coffee shop, or never finishing high school, or dropping out of college, or, you know, any number of things, man. Like, these high school seems so important when you're in it, but that ain't the word. That ain't real life, man. Fucking high school is like Twitter. That shit ain't real life. You know, I mean, back in high school, the SonReal said, I'm looking up to this cat, right? Now I'm an internationally known hip hop artist, and you're a dude that OD'd, and I spent time looking up to this guy, right? I mean, I guess you could look at it in two ways too. I mean, maybe the guy was not, maybe that's not why he looked up to him. Maybe this dude was like a really good dude, and SonReal looked up to him just because he was a good guy and he wanted to be like him. And then to find out that he overdoses, like, that hits you a whole other different way, right? I mean, he's made some bad choices, bro. It's all there's some bad choices.
Hits the fan, music was my safe place when shit would go down. Basketball hoop without a net, still feel the swish when it leave my wrist. Imagination made me into this. I could have been a carpenter, banging sticks. I thought I had it all when I made a grip. I never had money, so that shit was lit. And this music stuff was everything I had. I never had a lot until I had my kids. Millie Maeve got 2 girls and a boy that's twins plus 1. If the shit straight flopping, nobody give a fuck, and I got them with me, then I already won. We can't change what's already done. I complain about low sleep, but the same guy I looked up to back in high school just OD. So God willing, I'ma live fast, cause I'm too vain to get cold feet. I can't lie about things I write in songs, so by default you get to know me. Falling deeper into something bigger, I guess I discovered a new sea. All things aside, I know my time's coming, I guess we'll see.
Hey, man. Like I said, I know this is unusual for the channel, but I'm so happy that I checked this out. And I'm so happy you're here there. Check it out with me for the first time, man. I'm definitely going to be jumping on this album and checking it out, because this track has me thinking a lot of different ways, man. Feeling really good about it, and I definitely want to hear more. It's because this feels like I said, I haven't listened to anything other than UK hip hop for so long, man. This feels like SonReal that I used to listen to, but he's leveled up, man. Like, this is some next level shit, and I really am excited for this. So I'll be jumping on that for sure, checking that out. And hey, man, if you happen to be Canadian or an American fan or whatever it is, man, it's first time checking me out, make sure you go check out some of the other videos, man. There's lots of great music over in the UK that you really need to be checking out, man. Stuff, especially if you love SonReal, these cats over in the UK, man, you're gonna find some guys that resonate with you. Trust me. I've been listening to hip hop 38 years, man. And there's nothing like, the UK is something special, trust me. It truly is. You're gonna find something you love. And I love all you cats for being here each and every day. Until next time, stay safe. Good to each other.